Isn't it lovely to see him again? Marvellous, a good blast from the past. Now then, this is Bertha. Isn't she beautiful? There's only one problem. What she doesn't... She's saying hello to you at home. There we are. What she doesn't realise is that she's just about to have the makeover of her life. So with no further ado, let's hit the poodle parlour. There we go. You're right, Bertha, there we go, if I can hand her back. Yes, this week's challenge is dog grooming, and I'm very pleased to be joined this morning by Joanne Angus, who's a member of the British Dog Grooming team and also an ex-Groomer of the Year.
That's right.
Right, welcome. Nice to see you. Now, what will you manage to teach them over the course of the morning?
Hopefully, we're going to try and teach them how to bath and dry their dogs and how to look after the coats generally, in a general sort of grooming terms, brushing, combing them, things like that.
OK, now I certainly know, and I'm sure a good few people watching at home know, that dogs don't take to a bath quite as easily as we do.
No, they don't, but you'd be surprised how easily they do accept it. If you handle it correctly, then you'd be surprised how easily they do actually take to it.
So how easy is it to learn, then?
Well, the bathing and drying part is relatively straightforward. The rest of the skills of dog grooming are a lot more complex, obviously, but bathing and drying is relatively straightforward. OK, well, thanks for the moment. You're going to pop over and try and get Bertha in the bath. I am. So if you'd like to nip over that way, I'll come round and join Ruth here, who's brought in Paddy. Nice to see you, Ruth.
Hello, hello.
Welcome to the programme.
Thank you.
So why did you decide to bring your Paddy here in for a bit of a grooming?
Well, we live in the countryside and he spends most of his time in mucky fields and muddy water and comes home looking a mess. So we decided it's about time we learn how to do it.
Oh, look at her there, she's panting. And so is that her first time on telly?
Yeah.
Oh, bless him. So how would you normally keep him tidy and neat and tidy and clean?
Quick dunk in the bath and dries himself, normally. That's about all there is to it, yeah.
Right, and how does he normally take to it, though? Because they normally try to struggle a bit, don't they? It's not natural.
He doesn't like clean water.
No?
That's the problem. No, the muckier the better. So
he just sits
it's
there
not too
drinking
bad, yeah.
OK, well, I'm sure that at the moment, I mean, it doesn't look too bad, but he's going to look pristine and wonderful by the end of the programme,
so,
isn't he?
yes.
Yes. Well, enjoy it this morning, that's the main thing, as with every 11th hour challenge. And over here to Bertha, who's having a wash. Oh, bless her. You managed to get her in the bath. Was it difficult?
No, not really. She gets in quite well.
Now, Laura, do you normally spend your days grooming dogs, or grooming your dog?
Well, her, yes, because she gets very dirty and she gets very matted.
Really?
Because she's white, it doesn't really help.
She seems to be taking to it OK, but as I'm sure you can see, they do look a little bit sorry for themselves, don't they?
Yeah, she looks like a drowned rat.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice thing to say. Don't worry, Bertie, you didn't hear that. You didn't hear that. So, what sort of shampooing is there, Jo?
There are quite a few different shampoos actually available, but the main thing to remember is you need to check the skin condition of the dog for a start off to see whether there's any parasites or anything, in which case you need to use an insecticidal shampoo.
Right.
Or you actually need to check the skin condition. If the dog has got a skin problem, then it's wise to get advice from the vet to the type of shampoo that you would actually need to use. But generally, as a general thing, you can use a general shampoo.
And you know, isn't it incredible the way that dogs look so much thinner?
Yes.
It exposes how thin they really are when
yes,
all the
it
fur's
does.
been
When they're wet. When they're wet, yes, they look a lot thinner. A lot thinner.
Now, and of course, this is sort of special equipment we got in here to the studio this morning. But you can just plonk a dog in a bath, can you? No
yes,
problem?
you can. I mean, it's OK with a small dog. It's nice and easy with a small dog at home. But bathing a dog, something like Paddy, would be a totally different concept. It would be a lot more difficult to do at home, obviously. Bathing a dog like Bertha is a lot easier. But it's one of those things, if you're prepared to do it and prepared to have your bathroom looking like World War III, then fine, go ahead.
Oh, well, enjoy it there. Thanks, Laura, for the moment, and to Jo. Oh, bless you for Bertha. And we'll move over this way, if we can, and go and meet our final two challengers, husband and wife, Nikki and Justin. Nice to see you. Welcome to the programme. And this is Ben here as well.
Very soggy Ben.
Yes, a soggy Ben at the moment. Now, why did you decide to come on the programme? Why were you up for the challenge?
Well, basically, he's a long-haired dog. His coat gets very thick, very dirty, and it's impossible to clean, so we thought we'd pick up a few tips.
All right. Have you ever tried it before, Justin? If I reach over you there?
We've washed him at home a few times, but it's a very messy, long job. It takes about 2 hours, so it's hard work.
We'll enjoy the challenge, and to you, Ben, of course. And stay tuned to catch up with our comforting canines a little bit later on. Now, here's Howard.
Here's a bunch of soggy doggies. Hello, welcome back to the challenge chamber, where this morning we're learning to perm our pooches. And over here, we have some they've all been extremely good, these dogs, by the way. And this is Paddy and Ruth.
Hello.
What's Paddy done so far?
He's had a bath and we're now drying him with a hairdryer, which is a new experience.
Which is the thing at the back?
Yeah.
So you're saying you haven't done this before with him?
Not with a hairdryer. Never.
What do you do with him at home normally?
Rub him down and leave him to get on with it.
And how's he enjoying this experience?
I think he is enjoying it. I think he is.
So would
Not
you do
convinced.
this at home now, to think about using a hairdryer?
I would have a go, but I don't know that I would dry him top to bottom with a hairdryer.
He's sulking a bit at the moment, isn't
Just
he?
a bit,
I think he's just got bored with standing around so long.
Probably.
Okay, well, good luck with him. And now this person, now this is Ben, isn't it?
Yes.
Terrible on names. He's in the sin bin. Has he done something wrong?
No, we're just cooking him slowly on regular 7.
He looks very happy in there.
He seems to enjoy it.
Now, this is presumably instead of the hand dryer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it actually difficult to clean a dog like that?
The actual cleaning of him isn't difficult. It's getting him to stay still long enough to get it done.
Yeah. And so he's pretty much dry there now, isn't he?
I think so, yeah.
You wouldn't have one of these at home, though, would you?
We haven't got the room for
Yeah,
it.
exactly. And what are you doing down there?
Just trying to distract him and keep him passive.
Well, you're doing a good job. He's happy as Larry in there. And you are a little poppet, aren't you? You look... Well, no, you can't eat it. And Joanne is nominally in charge over here. Joanne, what do you do? These dogs are all being very good, but what do you do if you have a reluctant dog? How can you clean it?
Mainly the thing to remember is to get the dog probably up on a table, out of the way, off the floor, because the floor is very much a dog's own territory. It's much better if you get it up on the table, out of the way, so that you're in charge when the dog's up there. Talk to it, reassure it, make sure that it's secure, that it's got a nice solid rubber base. If you haven't got, obviously not everybody's got a grooming table at home, but a rubber car mat or a bath mat will suffice on top of the table, just to make it feel secure.
And warm water, cold water?
Yes, warm water. Yeah, definitely.
And
warm
how
water.
often should you groom a dog?
Grooming-wise, it very much depends on the coat types. I mean, here we've got 3 different coat types completely. Something like Bertha and something like Ben should really be groomed every other day. It depends obviously on the lifestyle that they've got, whether they live in the country or whether they live in the towns, because that obviously is a variant on that as well. But smooth-coated dogs maybe once a week, but definitely long-coated, definitely need doing every day.
Again, presumably different lengths of coat would
Yes.
determine how often you'd bathe a dog as well. How often
That's
should you
right.
bathe dogs?
As far as bathing's concerned, it's really a case of use your nose to smell. Okay? If the dog gets a bit smelly, then fine, have a look at it. But one thing to remember is always to check inside their ears and to actually check the teeth and see whether they're nice and clean. Quite often a smelly dog is not smelly because it's dirty, but smelly because it's got ear problems or tooth problems. So quite often you need to check that as well. But really, bathing, it's a case of when the dog needs it.
Yeah, it's the same with
basically.
humans, really.
Yes, it is.
The same,
yeah.
the nose test.
Yeah.
How easy is it to do it at home? And we've got all the equipment here, but quickly, how easy?
It is relatively easy. As I said earlier on, it really depends on what state you want your bathroom in.
Yeah.
But, I mean, with a small dog, obviously, it's a lot easier than it is with a big dog like Ben. So.
Excellent. Well, they're all doing extremely well,
They
and
are,
you
yes.
are a complete
Yeah.
poppet. I'm not a big dog man myself, but I might
No.
just put her in my pocket and take her. We'll be back in the challenge chamber later on.
Best of luck to the train spotters next time, of course. And now to something, by way of a contrast, to something completely different, to our last final part of the challenge this morning, and it has to give makeovers to these 3 dogs here. Joanne Angus has joined us from the British grooming team, and they all seem to have been pretty well behaved.
They've been absolutely brilliant. It's been rather a rush, to say the least, to get these 3 dogs up here in time, and the dogs have been superb, absolutely brilliant.
But I can't tell you the difference in the smell in the whole environment since they started off at 11 o'clock, when they smelled like dogs, to be honest,
Yes,
and now they
they
smell
did.
like manicured stars.
They've all got an added bit of perfume as well, which goes onto the
A little
coat
bit.
as afterwards.
Oh, they wear perfume under
Yes,
the
they
collar
do.
as well. do
Oh,
they?
yes. Oh, yes.
So what are your professional tips and advice then on dog grooming?
Really, the main thing to remember is to just keep your dog as clean as you can. Brush it regularly. Make sure that you always keep brushing it all the time, and make sure that you get down to the skin with the brushing and not just over the top of the surface.
Of course. Well, thanks for coming in.
Okay, you're welcome.
Top advice there. And now to our challengers. Ruth, with, of course, Paddy here.
Yeah.
So, how's he found it?
I think he's enjoyed it. He's never looked so good.
Yep, Joanne, do you want to come just round here so we can just see? Sorry, it's all right, we're just masking the dog, poor little thing.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
exhausted.
exhausted.
Absolutely.
But is he going to get this treatment at home now, this full grooming and makeover?
No, I
every
think you
now
pay
and
someone else to do it.
then? And why not? Well, look, because he's been so wonderful this morning, we have an official 11th hour rosette. So would you like to take that? The next time he's having a little walk on the moor, he can parade that. Okay, let's move on to Laura here, who's with Bertha. Now, sadly, you were going to bring in Blossom, weren't you? But she
That's
went
right,
sick
yeah,
before the show.
that's right.
With nerves, bit of stage fright. So how has Bertha found it?
Oh, she's loved it. Loved every minute of it.
Yeah?
Been great.
She's been a bit spoilt, though.
Oh, definitely. Yes, definitely.
Is she going to? Can she expect this sort of thing when you take her home now?
Well, I'll try, but I don't think I'll do a very good job.
Well, there it's not. I mean, it's not completely practical to expect the dogs to have that sort of a. Is it?
Yeah, I mean, today was good.
Yeah. Well, good. Well, thanks for coming in. There's a rosette. And finally, there to Justin and Nikki on the end. Thank you very much for bringing Ben in. He looks beautiful, smart, well groomed, and smelling fabulous. So thanks all all the challenges. And thank you, Joanne. Now, let me join my co-presenters.
So, K9, have you enjoyed being on the show?
Affirmative, Master. But not as much as I enjoyed doing next year's series.
Right?
That's all we have temporal allocation for in this program. Fear not, the humanoids will return for another 11th hour, 7 Earth days hence. Do not fail to watch.